In today's video, we are going to discuss how to start an NEMT business, which stands for non-emergency medical transportation. So step number one is simple, is knowing your business structure. So for example, if you're going to start an LLC, and then of course getting your IRS information. Step number two is compliance, and for example, that's making sure that you look at your state and you find out the requirements for each state. Now, NEMT is pretty much the same for the most part, but there will be different variables for each state, which is why I always say you need to make sure that you look at the specific requirements that your state and your cities need in order to run that business. Step number three is deciding if you are going to go the route of using a broker or if you're going to go private pay.
Well, actually, a broker would be hired by your state, and your state would hire this broker to contract the work out to your business, which is the non-emergency medical transportation. Private pay would be you going out on your own, inquiring about contracts from like elderly homes and stuff like that. You know, you talk to the administrator and try to get a contract, taking their clients back and forth to appointments and stuff like that.
Step four is understanding your certifications. So each broker or private pay company is going to have different certifications or requirements in order to make sure that you can work with them. So for example, let's say you may need to do a training as far as how to use a wheelchair, and that would allow you to make sure that you're able to transport individuals for that company. Step five would be your vehicles. So do you want to go ahead and explain a bit about the different type of vehicles? So
the different types of vehicles that you would have in your non-emergency medical transportation business, you would have to choose which level of service you would be providing to the customer underneath the brokers. You could have a regular van that holds at least 7. You can have a wheelchair van. You actually could buy a regular van and get it cut out to become a wheelchair van. Also, you can use a stretcher van. Personally, I would start off with a regular van to get familiar with the business and then scale your business up to.
And number 6 would be your operations. It's really understanding how to set up your schedule, your routing, the distance that you're willing to travel. That's going to determine the type of business and of course how much money you're going to make, because you're going to determine the area that you're going to work within. So number 7 would be scaling your business. So this is when you have to decide if you are going to continue solo or if you want to scale your business into a fleet. So these are just some of the basic tips to start an NEMT business. And we look forward to sharing as much information with you guys. We're going to make a lot more content for you because we really want to make sure that people get the information that they need. All right, see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.